Hello and namaste, it's Jewel from Goddess Creative. And yes, I know I haven't checked in for a very long time. I have been just taking my time, recovering, going through the processes like many of you. How are you feeling right now? How are you going with regards to guarding your energy and your own sovereignty? Probably something that it's definitely something I've brought up before, but it's a definite crisis time. We're in it now. The crux of it, this is it. We are in the center of the eye of the storm, and it's not going away anytime soon. In August, if you haven't already sensed it or felt it, or the distractions, they're twofold. They're everywhere. They're robbing your attention to everything and every group, in every system, with banking sort of breaking down, and even banking financial institutions, apps are not working, things are not working, the stock market's down, crypto's down, as I predicted. In the YouTube members area, I predicted 4 days ago. I put up a post saying Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was at 64 at the time. I had said Bitcoin will get under 50k, and it did. I've just been having a look at it again today, and I'll post more. I'm starting to post more into that members area if anyone's interested in that. But this check-in video is a video, more so a reminder about what's going on, what's happening in the world, and not to get lost in what's happening in the world. As many of us, just trying to be informed, don't mean to do, but are not understanding the value of their own energy still, and not guarding their own energy and placing it of utmost importance, because your sovereignty, it's what this spiritual war is all about. It really is. It's what this is, a spiritual war at play, whether you're deeming it to be, what's going on in different countries all around the world, what's happening in different systems, and the financial systems, and they're breaking down, and they're just the chaos everywhere. This is robbing you from your sovereignty. So I've talked about sovereignty before, and this video is just a friendly reminder of that sovereignty, to not get lost in narratives of groups, whether it's YouTube or Facebook groups or Telegram groups or WhatsApp groups or whatever. Everybody seems to have their own agenda and narratives, and yes, some people are very much on that genre of achieving, and the next gain, whatever that next gain might be, whether it's physically or financially, or the other focus is for the woke or the conscious people, is what's happening with, in the collectives of different political realms, or whether it be the white players or the dark players, that it's still a narrative, and it's still going to rob your energy to a certain extent. I'm not saying it's not important to be informed, because obviously it is, but if you're so caught up on it, that feed, that information is your daily, it does rob your energy, right? So, and I mean, that's why you really haven't heard from me, because this energy right now is so intense. It's super intense. And yeah, that dark energy is really having it's always been there, and we've always had the spiritual war, but that dark energy is really ramping up, and it has been for a long time, but it's super ramped up right now. And you may have experienced that in your own life with certain things going wrong, certain things. I mean, we've got a Mercury retrograde again, and you know, planetary alignments and all that. And I mean, we can't blame it all on them, but what we need to do as sovereign souls, as each individual, as these aspects play out into our lives, is not to forget we are a sovereign soul here. We're just watching the game, but we're not caught up, and we're not allowing our energy to be robbed or siphoned into any of these plays, to the extent of any of these plays, whether it's the financial market, whether it's cryptocurrency, you know, this stock going down, or this country at war, or this stock market, whatever it might be. It's really important to bring back to that you're the sovereign soul self, and to guard that energy, because whilst your energy is siphoned or distracted to a certain extent, this is depleting our energy, whether we like it or not. If you might think it doesn't have an effect on you, but it does. And I mean, I know I being a sensitive, I have allowed this to happen to me continually, not in major ways, but just incidences, accidents, health things. So obviously I've talked about health for a long time, but yeah, I had a small fall just recently that affected my back, so I was immobile. That affected my health. Last week I went to an amazing festival. I went to the Suara festival up in past Canggu there, and that was an amazing, really beautiful spiritual festival, and you can see it on my social media. But I also ate up there, and hence I don't know how long the food had been left out, and I got food poisoning. So this is what I mean, the dark energy is at play. If we're not consciously guarding our energy or protecting our energy. I'm not saying you need to meditate all the time and protect your energy, but a certain amount of protection work could be beneficial now. I'm finding it is with me, because I neglected that for some time just recently. I've had a lot of distraction. I've had family here, I've had friends here. Whilst it's been wonderful, it has been a distraction. And yeah, those kind of things have definitely set me back and distracted me. I think the key thing when any of these incidents is, whether it's not a plan, whether it's a plan that didn't go according to plan for you and it threw a spanner in the works, is to step back and reflect and remember, basically thinking, how much did I direct my own energy at the time? And I know for myself I didn't. So that's that reminder. So it's quite a powerful time. It is, well, it's not quite, it is a powerful time in history. It really is. It's a powerful time if you are intuitive as well, because you'll be attracting, your light will attract dark energy in all shapes and forms now, because they're looking for avenues. And so it is very important to protect our energy and to not be so distracted. But I also, for those that are possibly not feeling this high, strong, intuitive connection, or perhaps have just come across my channel, I've talked about your sovereignty and your energy as paramount. This is the spiritual war that I've talked about. Just everything that's going on in the world is it's just a play in the matrix, really. That's what it is. It's a distraction play. So all the political arena and the financial markets and different wars, whatever, that's the distraction. Because the real truth is robbing you of your energetic divinity, your energetic imprint, robbing you of your sovereignty. That is the spiritual war, and that is what AI will do to a certain extent. So that's what social media does. Not saying you shouldn't be informed and you shouldn't go on social media, because I do. I'm just not I don't need it. It's not a big, obviously I'm getting information out through YouTube this way, but predominantly my other social media, I'm not on there. I might check in every now and again, but I'm not on there. It's not a priority for me as my path. So what is a priority is checking in on my own energy, my own energy consciousness. So the more I can remind you to do that, the better. So the more I can remind you, whether you are on wherever you are on your spiritual path, and we're all on one, whether we like it or not, whether you're blocking it or you think it's hogwash, or you're in tune and you might like astrology, or you might, certain things resonate. Cryptocurrency resonates with you. It has its own energetic imprint. Digital assets do. So what I'm wanting to say is your consciousness right now that's what the war is. That is the spiritual war, is your consciousness or unconsciousness, right? And it's not to say you're not on your spiritual path, because everyone is, whether they're conscious or unconscious. So I think what's really worrisome right now is not so much the unconscious, but it's the semi-conscious individuals that sort of know what's going on, and they're in these groups and on social media, and they're seeking outside of themselves to find strength and to find support. And I'm not saying that groups don't bring you strength and support, but don't forget to watch your own sovereignty and your own energy and how it makes you feel. If it uplifts you, then it's good for you. But if it doesn't, and you're feeling depleted from it, then that doesn't serve you. And news that's getting put, daily news, it's getting like, these players are doing that and these players are doing that. That doesn't serve you. It really doesn't. It's this kind of energy and the unconsciousness of the semi-conscious, those semi sort of individuals that are somewhat aware of what's going on, but are not doing the inner work themselves, the reflection work themselves, to find their true core, just to get into their heart space and to find their true centeredness. Those are the ones that are really at risk at the moment of absolute anger and frustration, because those are the people that are expressing a lot of anger and frustration now, that why this is taking so long. It's those individuals that need to stand in their own sovereignty, their souls, their own soul, find their own soul growth, and not let what's going on in the world to be of so importance. Not what's going on in the financial markets to be so important, right? Because, you know, we are so much more. We are so much more than just, you know, this slab of meat here, these financial markets, this whatever, this play that's happening, you know, in our matrix right now. I mean, it's important. Of course you have your causes and you should believe in your causes, but ask yourself, don't get, you know, is the cause serving me? In what way is this cause serving me? Do I feel like a better person for it? If I'm going to stand up on my high horse and scream about something, how does it make my energy feel? Like, these questions are really important, because right now the distractions that cause this angst and this anger and this uproar are what is causing a tremendous amount, and I seen this two or 3 years ago in a reading. I seen this, the fall, which is the challenge, the crisis that's going on is all in mental health, and it really is, and that's what's scary. And the mental health challenges that many people are experiencing are coming from a place of overloaded, of stimulation, just trying to push forward, trying to find themselves, not finding themselves, but a lot of stress and anxiety that comes from social media, or comes from, you know, even if you still watch the news, what's coming from the outside world, right? But it's also coming from their nutrition. It's also coming from their diet, and the effects of their environment as well. And a lot of this could be addressed with better nutrition. You know, I don't want to get too much into that here, but yeah, I'm finding it's imperatively important to what we put into our bodies. So is what's going to feed us and feed our souls. So it's going to feed us mentally as well. It'll feed our mind. What you put into your body, not just what you eat, but obviously a proper human diet, which is not just my opinion, but many others, is you know, an animal protein diet, higher in protein, and higher in good fats, that serves the brain, that helps mental stability. But also the amount of stress you're allowing to come in, and the amount of time, whether you are or are not allowing yourself to bury your feet in the ground, walk in nature, be in nature, go to the beach, take time out away from other people, so they're not, whether you're aware or not aware, every interaction with another human being is either a deposit or a negative to your own energetic field. So you understanding how valuable your energetic field is, which is your sovereignty, your birthright, your energetic imprint, your energetic field, is your birthright of ability to shine or not shine. So yeah, I had to do this video today as a reminder. I know I've said it all before. I had to do another reminder today because we're sitting in, it's the 6th of August here, and we've just had this massive drop, as I predicted, in cryptocurrency. It's not over yet, I get that, and this will continue. And if you are too hyped into this part play of the matrix, it's going to continue to deplete you, take from your energetic field, whether you're aware of it or not. And I mean, we can all handle it, you know, to a certain extent, until we can't. So it's that simple. No matter what age you are, you know, eventually your cortisol levels will be depleted, and it will be the effect overall of all of this, whether you bring it down to the air you breathe, the food you eat, and the amount of energy, positive or negative, that you take in, which is the stress, positive or negative. There's this positive stress, which is exercise, that's positive stress. There's hugging another person as positive energy, positive. It does create an excitement stress, that's positive. But it's so out of balance at the moment. It's far more in the negative of stress at the moment, whether it comes from your workplace, or it comes from other people that you're surrounding yourself with, or it comes from what you're watching and what you're taking in. So I just felt that this message was vitally important. If you're still with me now, then congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just feel like, yeah, you haven't heard from me because I've been guarding my own energy, which is something you should be doing too. My stayers here will get that. The stayers that have been watching me for a long time, I know you get that. Guarding your own energy in this time in history is the most powerful thing you can do. It's your soul sovereignty to do so. It's your divine wisdom to know to do so. It's my message to you to share that. And this is the friendly reminder. I am starting to post a bit more on my members area. If any of you are interested, I'm going to be looking at precious metals. I will be looking at the stock market, and I'm going to be looking at the housing market in a few countries. And I will just be starting to have a little bit more look at, of course, cryptocurrency, digital assets. I did have a look at them. I looked at Bitcoin. I've just been reading Bitcoin today. I do get, I was looking at the memes as well, and I'm going to post in my members area when the inclination serves me. So I'm not purposely not trying to post, but it's just not a priority. If I've got something important to say, I will do a post. I don't feel obligated any longer like I did a few years ago. It's nice if I do, but for those of you that are just so hanging on to, oh my God, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen in many of these crypto groups or different psychic groups, remember to guard your own energy, okay? Watch where your energy flow is going, because that's the most important thing that you can do. And step back and back into your own empowerment of your energy by reflecting. And I've done videos that can help you to do that. I've done videos about channeling energy through your crown chakra. That's what you should be doing right now. Sitting in silence, do some meditation, whether it's a walking one or not. But when you do it, channel that energy, like run energy. I've talked about running energy before, so don't forget to do that running energy exercise. And you can do the clearing one as well, which is clearing negative energy out of your aura, out of your imprint, out of your aura. But that running energy is absolutely beautiful, because if you can run that creator source energy through your crown chakra, and run it through your whole body, through your whole chakras, but especially send it out through your heart chakra. That is the key. Okay, that's the key. Running it down through your crown, but out through your heart. And just see it run across the planet. Because God, it needs it right now. It really does. I wish well for everybody. I wish you all your own sovereignty, your own divine connection with Christ Creator, in whichever form that may be for you. But the most important thing is, to find that and stand in your own light, your heart space of light right now. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because you know I love to rattle on. Okay. So much love and appreciation. Namaste.